My name's Kyle Bartholomay, and I was a mentor at Golden Lake Elementary School, mostly because I was originally in kindergarten through 5th grade at Golden Lake, went through the whole program, and in high school got involved as a mentor to try to give back and teach kids kind of life lessons and be there for role models that they might not have in their life.
You went to Golden Lake, but you weren't a mentee, right?
No, I was not a
Can
mentee.
you ask that one more time?
Yeah,
I-
absolutely.
I'm messing up all the stuff over here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
gosh.
touch anything.
Kyle's never going
What's
to do
that?
an interview
Is it
again.
dark? Is it fun? Is it-
We're checking a couple things.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay, good.
it's just chest up, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
is it-
but you
okay.
can move your hands if
Yeah.
that's the
So
way you
I
want to
usually
do it.
talk like this,
That's
but
okay.
at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to be
No,
like,
you can. Cool.
cool.
So go ahead,
And
introduce yourself.
would you say
again.
that it would be better to start with elementary school, then I became a mentor, that kind of thing, you
Whatever
think?
you're comfortable
Okay,
with. Yeah,
gotcha.
but you can say you went to school
Sure.
here and then
Yeah,
later went to.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, I originally went to school at Golden Lake and loved the mentor program. I wasn't a mentor myself or a mentee myself, but I'm going to restart that because that was a
There,
little...
we'll start like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Kyle, tell me your name and
Yep.
how you're related to this program.
Yeah, so my name's Kyle Bartholomay, and I originally went to Golden Lake Elementary School, became a mentor as a high school student, and loved the ability to give back and help kids out where they needed a role model.
How long did you mentor for?
I mentored for 3 years. Apparently most of people only have 2 years ability to mentor, but I turned 16, got a car right away, so I was able to do it my sophomore, junior, and senior year. We'd run back and forth in between the high school and the elementary school to meet with a kid once a week and try to do it for about an hour, go and play games, kind of let them escape from the real world for a little bit, and then go back to class and study up.
Tell me about, you don't have to use their name, but tell me about your mentee. Who were they? What did they do? What kind of things did they like to do with you?
Yeah, I had 2 different mentees, so because I did 3 years, one of them like kind of graduated into middle school and the other one was starting out, but we would play a lot of different games. I personally was a hockey player, so we'd always do floor hockey, and if they ever beat me, oh man, it was their favorite thing of all time. But we'd play a lot of games in the gym, and then sometimes we'd do like Sudokus were big back in the day, and a lot of those kind of games where kids could kind of try to be themselves.
And tell me why you think it's considered like giving back or doing good for the community.
Well, I didn't need to go to the elementary school, but for me, I loved going and kind of being that role model for somebody that in this mentee program didn't have a role model or didn't have somebody that really was in their life to give them a lot of education. So for me, yeah, just being able to give back and help out.
Why
That's
do you think,
not really giving back, I guess, but
so why do you think kids need mentors?
I think kids need mentors because they are maybe missing something in the classroom that the teachers know, and we can try to give that back. So these are kids that are going to be doing well in the real world, but at the beginning it looks like there's maybe something that could be filled, and that is where mentors definitely help out.
And if you had to explain the mentor program to somebody just in like 1 or 2 sentences, how would you explain it?
The mentor program is a program where there's kids that need help and there's high schoolers that they look up to, people that they want to be like, that come back and kind of bridge that gap of being a role model or a kind of a father or mother figure that they might not have in their life.
And what would you say to a high school student who's thinking about becoming a mentor?
I'd say if you were interested or thinking about the mentor program and you're in high school, you have to check it out. It was one of the best experiences I had in high school. I mean, from a high school standpoint, to get away from class and then also hang out and do fun things, be kind of a person that people look up to, it's a very great start of what it's like to volunteer and give back. Yeah, it's phenomenal.
So why do you think as a male it's important to think about being a mentor?
Yeah, as a male, being a mentor is very important because in my experience, the mentees I had, they didn't have father figures in their life, which meant that they were kind of missing a big piece of growing up. And to be that person that they look forward to seeing every week, that they want to be around, that they want to learn from, and as a mentor to give back and kind of teach them lessons that might seem pretty basic for us, but they've never heard before. That's just it makes you really feel like you have a big heart.
Maybe in general, tell me about Golden Lake Elementary School, just because we don't know a lot about it.
Yeah, so Golden Lake Elementary School is kind of a smaller school, I think, in the area, but it is a great experience. You know, they didn't have all the same things that all the other bigger private schools had, but it was a great experience to grow up and try to learn about what diversity is and learn about, you know, going through the steps of being a kid. I guess I don't know. Like, I'm so sorry. I was
Is
like,
there anything else you want to tell me about that you haven't already? I haven't asked you about.
sure. Let me think for a second.
And if not, that's okay too.
I think the other thing I'd say is probably the other thing I'd mention is that a lot of the captains and sports athletes would be involved. Like a lot of the coaches would want those captains, leaders to be involved in the mentor program because it was a really great way to also show leadership and to give back, like I mentioned. But you get a couple of those people involved, and then everybody wants to be a part of the mentor program. So it was a really great experience for me and others to also join in on.